everyone, welcome back to Study with Manjula and I'm your friend Manjula Sri. So today I'm going to start a new syllabus like I'm taking the unit human body. Right, there are main three systems of the human body. One is the digestive system. Today I'm going to start. Next is the respiratory system and next is the circulatory system. So these three lessons I'm going to cover in the unit human body. So the first one is the digestive system. Today I'm going to start. So you should be very energetic to learn this lesson and so eager to know all the things from the lesson. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so this is the digestive system. What is digestive system? In a body, after eating food, what will happen? Is known as the digestive system. So the first, I have given the question of the lesson. That is, what is digestive system also known as? What is digestive system also known as in human body? So these questions I have given in the description also. So you can comment your answers in the comment box. Next question is, do humans and animals have same digestive system? You should say true or either false. Either true or false. Or if you know much, you can give the explanation even. Okay. So let's go to the lesson now. Okay friends. So before going to the digestive system, first we should know what we are doing to get digested, right? What will get digested? Food will get digested. So we should know what type of food we are taking, what we are taking in to get digested. If we know the main ingredients, then we know how to cook. So what we are taking, if we know, then we will know what's happening in our body. Right? Now we should know what is a food. Food. It is a building material for all living organisms. Now what is building material? The building material for our body. It is a building material of our body for all living organisms. Whose body? Of all living organisms' body, it is a building material. What are living organisms? Like humans, animals and plants. Right? So what is the importance of this food is energy to do work. So if we take food, we'll get energy. What? To do work such as playing, eating, jumping, whatever the work you want. From morning till night, what you will do. For that you should need energy, right? Next is for growth and repair of the cells. Yes, food is mainly important for our growth, for our physical growth and repair of cells. Now what is cell? Cell is the basic unit of a living life, of a living organism. Okay, so now how the food is useful for the cell? Of repairing it. When a cell get damaged, it should be recovered, right? So for that this food is useful, right? Next is for keeping us healthy. If we'll be healthy, we'll do all the things, right? So these are the importance of the food. Now we'll go about the types of food, what type of food we are taking, right? Okay, now a food which provides us with all necessary substances is known as nutritious food. Now we have learned about the food. Now we are going to learn how the food is in our life, what we are taking. Okay, a food which provides us with all necessary substances. What are the necessary substances? Like nutrients we need, right? So what they said the definition is, a food which provides us with all necessary substances is known as nutritious food. Whatever the all types like proteins, all types of food in which a food contain all types of carbohydrates, proteins, whatever we know. If it contains in that food, if it is a balanced, perfect, then it is known as a nutritious food. So when you visit doctor will say your child need a nutritious food. Whatever the diet she is taking, it should filled with nutrients, right? So what is this nutrients? Is a constituent of food. What? Nutrients is a constituent. Just you remember this one line enough. A constituent of a food that helps in one way or other, which helps in one way or many other ways in the body's function. What is the body's function like? In digestion it will help, in the circulation of the blood, in breathing it will help, right? Once again, a constituent of the food that helps in one or other or many ways in the body's function is known as what? Nutrient. Now, when a food contains nutrients, then it is known as a nutritious food. Now, there are 5 main nutrients we know in our life. Now, we are going to learn them in detail. Now, in front of you, you can find the 3 types of nutrients, right? The first one is carbohydrates. What is the function of carbohydrates? It provides energy. It provides energy to a body. Now, there are carbohydrates like wheat, rice, potato, starch, etc. Next comes fats. What is fat? It insulates the body. It's used for insulating the body. Now, what is insulating? Keeping warm. Keeping warm. Okay. Insulating means what? Keeping warm. It keeps our body warm. Now, what is helping our body to heat? Means to keep warm, what is helping is ghee, oil, like that. What are they? Butter, cheese, ghee, oil, etc. Next comes proteins. What are proteins are doing? Body growth. It helps in our body growth. Now, what are the proteins like? Pulses, grains, meat, egg, milk, everything. Next comes the minerals. What does these minerals do? It plays a specific role in our body. What are the special functions? What are there? Right, main important ones, what are they? It will help. Now, minerals such as iron. Iron we find in our blood, right? And calcium we can find in our bones, right? Next comes the vitamins. We know vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin D, vitamin C, etc. Now, what does vitamins do? Functioning of body. What are the functions in our body? I have already said the functions in our body, like in digestion, circulation, for our breathing purpose. What all the functions are there? These vitamins will help. Now, these are the types of nutrients. Now, what is nutrition? We should know. Okay. We have learned about the nutritious food, about the types of nutrients and what is nutrients. But now, what is nutrition? Okay, now we are going to learn about it. The process by which, what is this nutrition? Is a process by which all organisms obtain their food. Which organisms? Our body organisms or other organisms. In the animals organisms, like water organisms like bacteria, fungi, virus. These are also some of the small organisms. Okay, so organisms obtain their food and convert it into a simpler substance. See, these organisms, organs are very small in size, right? So, if we take the food in a large quantity, how it will get into the organism? Just think, okay, how it will get into that. So, it should be converted into a simpler form. What simpler form is nothing but it should be made into simpler small pieces. It should be made into smaller parts so that it can enter our body. Once again, the process by which all organisms obtain their food and convert it into a simpler form. When the food enters organisms, it just makes the food simpler. Why? So that it can be absorbed and utilized by cell of our body. Why? Because it will make the food into simpler form for the cell. We know the cell are very small in size, right? So if we take the food, whatever we will take the food, if we'll chew it, still it will be in the bigger pieces, right? Because cell is negligible to our naked eye. We cannot see, but whatever the food we chew, we can see, right? So how the food will go into the cell? Just imagine. Okay, so to enter a cell, this some of the organisms make the food into simpler form, right? So the process of making the food into simpler form so that it is absorbed by the cells for the utilization for our body is known as nutrition. Why the food should be utilized? For energy, right? Okay. So I want to say a small fact. We know we do respiration. Why? What is respiration actually? Breathing in, breathing out, right? What do we breathe? Oxygen. We breathe oxygen. Did you have never get a doubt why we breathe only oxygen? Why doesn't we breathe any other like carbon dioxide? Why don't we breathe? Why hydrogen we don't breathe? Why only oxygen we breathe? This is a fact. Right? I want to say that oxygen is a gas which is helped in burning. So whatever the food which is digested and enters the cell, it should be get burnt so that it will be converted into energy. It should be burnt. The food should be burnt in the cell. Now what will help to burn? Oxygen. Whatever we breathe in, that oxygen reaches the cell and the food gets burnt and it will reveal the energy for our body. So you should think that if you take in oxygen, it will be cool, the air will be cool. But if you will leave it, means if you will breathe out, you just keep your hand in front of your nose and you just breathe out. You will feel a little warmth, right? You will feel a little warmth in your breath, right? Why? Because after burning, what does the gas is released is known as the carbon dioxide, right? When we burn any substance, it will release carbon dioxide in the air. So this carbon dioxide is little hot. Why? Because it comes from the heating substance, right? So scientists have proved that whatever the oxygen, whatever the breathing we are taking, in that whatever the carbon dioxide percentage is less, but when we breathe out, in that carbon dioxide is more in percentage. So that is the fact. Why it is more? Because whatever the carbon dioxide is going when we are breathing, then afterwards it's getting burnt in our body. Then with that carbon dioxide even, so total carbon dioxide is coming from the body, then the percentage of carbon dioxide is more. Okay. So now later we will learn this total process in respiration. In the respiratory system we are going to learn. Okay. Now with this I am going to complete the digestive system part 1. In part 2 we are going to learn our real lesson, that is the digestive system, how it occurs in our body. Okay. Thank you.